Well, great afternoon. Today I wanted to share. Now, I used all three decks. I used my Lenormand, a Kipper, and a Tarot to do a reading. And this reading is on a couple that were Nazi white nationalists, and they had a turnaround in their lives and are apologizing to people, and they finally saw that their hate and racism and things were just unfounded. They finally said, why do we hate people that have done nothing to us? And this has affected our children. And so they saw that they were in the wrong, and they're out there publicly apologizing. They've taken down all the racist things from their home, the Nazi flags, and they had all this Nazi stuff out in front of their house, Nazi flags and everything. So I wanted to do the reading on this. And so what we have in the center of it, we have where they live, their house, the history, and the Ten of Cups, what they were selling, what they were believing about the history, where they lived, etc. And we know that this was that white national Nazism, the poor me saga of the white person, and that we're so much better, all of that drama. So what's underneath of it all? They had a sudden wealth, hit the jackpot when it came to, actual knowledge, and a new start, Ace of Pentacles. A new start, grounded start, because of knowledge, okay? And this sudden thing that was happening, he was saying in the midst of some of these rallies he was going to, he was already changing and was, not in full alignment with them as he was doing it. So that's interesting. So the energy coming into this is about the main female, his wife, and the difficulty she was having, this thing that she was struggling with when it came to these obstructions, okay? When it came to the obstructions. Now, she was struggling with the fact that her son was in school. He wanted to invite some girls to the dance, and he didn't feel he could ask them because they weren't white. And this is something she struggled with, to see her son so unhappy and miserable because of this ideation of this Nazism that they were involved in. So what was going on now with this was their pathway had changed from being this explosive thing that they had been doing into one of feeling a loss, okay? This loss. So their pathway had changed, and they saw that this explosive thing, racism and hate, was not beneficial, that it was harmful, and so that was what was going on. The challenge is about who they were involved with, okay? Ending that, they ended that involvement with these Nazis groups that they were involved in because they did not like the harvest, they did not like what was coming down. They finally saw through it that this hate and this division was not beneficial to anything. So the final outcome was this despair about what he had done in the emotional realm, the emotions, all the stuff he was holding on to when it came to his, standing, the timing of it, his working, etc., all aspects of his life. Again, the clock ticking on this, of this really despair, emotional, of what he was trying to put out, the supremacy in this drama, okay, wasn't working anymore. So on one side of it, we had the thoughts that were going on for him during this time that was dark, and these were tower moments, okay? Dark tower moments, again, not benefiting anything. He was in this emotional drama. And the other side of it was this change that was taking place for their future. And they were stuck, and they finally had to overturn this and see it from a different perspective. And they made that change. They had to change from these dark thoughts. They had a tower moment. Then things changed from where they were hung up before, seeing now a different perspective for the future. They looked at the history where they were living and the stuff that was being promoted, okay? Underneath of it all, they finally had a sudden wealth of understanding and a new beginning. The woman saw this obstruction of things, and it was something she was struggling with because it had affected her son. Their pathway that was explosive and everything they saw was not beneficial. It was facing loss due to it. And the challenge was the people they were involved with, this Nazi thing, they had to end that because they saw, again, it was not beneficial. And the outcome was the despair, this really overwhelming despair he had about who he was, what he was standing up for, and things when it came to his emotional life and what he was holding on to. So I just wanted to share that, how you can use all three decks, a Kipper, a Lenormand, and a Tarot, to get a very complete reading as to what's going on with the situation, the different layers of it. So hopefully this has helped you in your own journey, finding your way through Tarot, Lenormand, and Kipper, seeing again what works for you and what develops as you continue your journey, using these implements to access your own subconscious and again the higher realms. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you online.